Before we proceed, your target awaits in the smuggler's den. It's a damp and torchlit cave, the perfect hiding place for fugitives and wit. True followers of Sithis are like wraiths, only visible when they wish to be. The work of an assassin demands. The Blade of Woe is a long-term enemy. Eslandor. He's a serial killer.
no more warnings. Get out!
Clear out before the guard shows up and clears you out.
Seems silly to gain a bounty for that, but you will. You're in trouble now.
The laws
Should've
aren't
left
made
while
to
you
be
had the
broken,
chance.
as you'll soon see. You'll answer to the guards for that.
Was there some? Welcome? Well, another soul.
You're too close to this one, Mirabelle. Besides, the Speaker has already decided.
Too close? They killed Simbar, Astara. I'm going to be a part of this, whether you give the command or not.
Assassin. Assassin, it's time to collect a payment past due. Mirabelle's outburst doesn't concern you, Assassin. Focus on the task at hand. Count Carolus still owes us for the sacrament. He claimed to have information about the Black Dragon. Meet him at the ruins of Dossick Moor and find out what he knows. We're not sure, but that's where he requested to meet. He has a camp there which he's using for his own clandestine purposes. Before you go, talk to Mirabelle. She has information concerning the Count that could prove useful to your mission. Don't dawdle, Assassin. I gave you a job and I expect you to handle it. Curiosity isn't a trait I encourage, especially when it comes to matters inside the sanctuary. Still, you'll find out soon enough, I'm sure. Mirabelle has allowed the deaths hit her hard, especially Simbar's. She craves revenge and it's making her anxious, reckless. That's dangerous for an assassin. We need to be cold, precise, calculated. The heat of emotion leads to mistakes, and as close as any lovers can be, I suppose. The recent deaths visited upon us have affected Mirabelle, but Simbar's torture and murder, that one has left a mark. It has made her emotional, which is never a good thing in our business. Have you been so inundated with contracts that you've forgotten? The Count performed the sacrament and named Governor Fortunata, promising us gold and information on the Black Dragon. You completed our part of the bargain. Now it's the Count's turn.
Astara just gave you my mission, didn't she? Well, I can't say I'm surprised. Did she? So I get to do all the work and you wind up with all the glory? I'm getting a little tired of sticking to the shadows all the time. How typical. All right, listen closely. Dossick Moor was the fort once, before it fell into ruin. The Count has a small camp there that he uses from time to time, though I haven't determined why. I guess we all have our secrets. Excuse my attitude, but you have to understand. Simbar. Anyway, I've been hunting the Black Dragon, on my own. I got so close I could hear her voice, but I had to break off the hunt. I didn't want to wind up dead, you understand. Isn't it obvious? She thinks I've lost my perspective. That I'm too sad or angry or whatever to do the job I've done 100 times before. Just promise that you won't tell Astara about any of this. She already thinks I'm reckless enough as it is. One more thing. The last time I tracked the Black Dragon, I followed her past the Dossick Moor ruins toward the old enclave of the Hourglass before I turned back. Make sure the Count tells you what he knows about the Order of the Hour's old.
Don't dawdle, Assassin. Yes, Assassin, what is it? I suggest that you proceed with caution, then. Did this intelligence come to you by way of Mirabelle, by any chance? I had my suspicions concerning Mirabelle. Thank you.
Go on, assassin.
I'm not used to being ordered about by a clandestine organization, so let's get this over with. I'd prefer to conclude our business and forget all about that dreadful ritual I had to perform. I already told your associate everything I know. The woman with the dark hair and the staff. Mirabelle, I believe she said her name was. Do I really need to repeat myself to every assassin that slips out of the shadows? If that's supposed to frighten me, it's working. The Black Dragon is the first sword of the Order of the Hour. They're using the old enclave of the Hourglass to amass an army. Siege weapons, new recruits. It's a threat to your people and mine. If that's everything, I'd like to get back on my horse and return to Castle Kvatch. If I'm gone too long, I suspect Primate Artorias will go ahead and change all the locks. Oh, very well. What's a few more moments when I get to spend it with a deadly assassin? What? My spies watched the Order's old headquarters from this camp. Saw supply carts start arriving a few days ago. If you want to weaken the Order, destroy their siege weapons and stop them from initiating more recruits. You'll be doing us both a favor. The Primate offered pardons to any Red Sails pirates who agreed to take the vows of the Order. Since Fortunata's death, they've been flocking to the Enclave. I wish I knew what Artorias was planning to do with an army of priests and pirates. Whatever gave you that idea? The Order is a company of warrior priests, dedicated to protecting the Cathedral of Akatosh. At least that's how they started. Now they recruit anyone who can wield a sword. I agreed to expand their authority, but... my back was against the wall. Between Anvil's aggressive overtures and the rampant increase in murders, I needed help. Primate Artorias offered the order, and I reluctantly agreed. That was just that the Black Dragon is one of the deadliest warriors I've ever seen. Wears armor as dark as oblivion and twice as frightening. Even makes the rest of the Order nervous. Right after I received the first reports about her, the murders began. Not a clue. We only suspected that the murder victims were members of your guild recently, so my spies never even explored that line of questioning. No offense. By the Ruby Throne, stop doing that! I've told you everything I know. The Order of the Hour has...
assassin. I hoped I might run into you here. Who do you think you are to question my actions? If you must know, Astara sent me to look into the Order of the Hour's activities. Siege weapons. You saw right through that, did you? Astara didn't send me. It was a lie. I'm here without contract or permission. I know this might be hard for you to understand, but I need to do this. For Simbar, just one thing. I need to find the Black Dragon and make her pay for what happened to Simbar. I heard her voice and I'd recognize it anywhere. Are you going to stand in my way? I don't expect you to understand, and I don't want your help. Those siege weapons and other preparations the Order is making, by the way.
What assurances do I have before I present
I
your offer
guarantee
to the
your
remaining Red
parents will
Sails
enjoy
captains?
all the rights and privileges of the Order, but only so long as they remain righteous.
And the pardons we were promised? Much of my crew is wanted for crimes throughout the Gold Coast and beyond.
Everyone who joins the Order has their offenses absolved, both religiously and legally. We're about to initiate Captain Zayas' crew now, by the way.
I'll take word of your fair offer to my crew after I observe the initiation, if you're all right with that.
Throw dice for gold. Interested?
clear out before the guard shows up
I
and clears you
suppose I'll
out.
have to tell the guard. No crime is too petty. You'll certainly pay.
Your past is forgotten as your new life for Akatosh begins. Honor to the Order.
You wouldn't listen? Now you're in trouble. Since you didn't leave when I asked, I had no choice but to call the guard.
Saima, it seems you have me at a disadvantage. But you don't have to be afraid of me. Put away your weapons, and I'll help you in whatever way I can. Primate Artorias teaches us that no one is beyond redemption. In time and with effort, all wrongs can be righted. I can be patient. Can you? Redemption isn't for everyone, and I'd never presume to do such a thing. Unless, of course, you're open to the idea. Do you regret your role in all of this? You can tell me. I'm a good listener. The Primate says regrets are as numerous as the stars in the sky, and they shine brightest in the darkness. But I don't want to talk about religion anymore, do you? It seems you have me at a disadvantage. The Black Dragon! How brave of you to seek the most powerful warrior in our order. I can show you where her chambers are, if you like. You know, very much the same. You're pretty good at that. Silence can be very intimidating. In the right hands, of course. Come, I'll take you to the Black Dragon's chamber. Stay close. The Black Dragon's chambers are behind that door. Follow me. Looks like we're all alone. The Black Dragon isn't here. I suppose she'll be back soon, if you want to wait. Primate Artorias teaches us that no one... Redemption isn't for everyone. Regret is a specter of the past that haunts the present. If you had regrets, I'd tell you to leave this place. Leave the Gold Coast, go far away, and find whatever peace you can. If only I'd listened. The Primate says regrets are as numerous as the stars in the sky, and they shine brightest in the darkness. But I don't want to talk about religion anymore, do you?
Here. I'm waiting for the Black Dragon.
Setting a trap for the dragon. Is that the idea?
Wait, who's that with you?
I am death, you silly fool. We'll meet again, assassin. And next time I'll be ready to deal with you.
Don't mourn for me, assassin. I've always dreamed of the void. I'll see Simbar and the Dread Father soon. But you need to warn Astara. The Black Dragon is...
So, Assassin, was the Count's information worth all the trouble he put us through? The Black Dragon is one of the Order. That puts everything that she's done to us in a new perspective. What else did you uncover? The Grand Sermonizer, the Chanters, now an army of religious warriors. It seems the priests of Akatosh have declared war against the Dark Brotherhood. Were you able to learn anything else about the Black Dragon? So the Count was using the ruins of Dossick Moor to spy on the Order of the Hour? Now if we only had some idea as to who's inside the Black Dragon's armor. One of our brothers and sisters? I don't recognize the name, but there are other sanctuaries. Why would our sister hunt us? And why work for the Order of the Hour? Where's Mirabelle? I need her to do some digging. You encountered the Black Dragon, and you survived? But Mirabelle, why was she even there? I knew her recklessness was going to get her killed. And now we face a greater threat. For all that you've learned, there's still so much we don't know. You did well to disrupt the Order's preparations, and your reward includes a bonus to reflect that. I just wish we hadn't lost another sister along the way. But that's all for now, Assassin. Speaker Tyrannus and I have much to discuss. The Black Dragon has struck again. Mirabelle is dead.
This happened during the Assassin's mission. Did we learn anything? Or did Mirabelle die in vain?
We learned that the Black Dragon is the first sword of the Order of the Hour. We recovered her journal and discovered her true name, Lyra.
Lyra. Allow me to study the journal, and its secrets will be revealed.
I can't think of anyone better for the task, brother.
I'll dig into the Black Dragon's journal immediately.
See that you do.
If there are secrets to glean from the Black Dragon's journal, Green Venom Tongue will find them.
News of this Indania intrigue me. Everyone I've spoken to about him says he possesses a sense beyond...
I see you leering at me. On your way, or I'll call the guards. Is it dead? It was my shadow, wasn't it? Ifra's name. Why would it attack me? I always treated it well. Plenty of sunshine, candlelight and such. All done now, I suppose. Not really. I think my shadow may have peeled off some of my animus. My soul, I mean. Or maybe just some of my magical aptitude. Well, that was charitable of her. Didn't think she much liked me. Bit of a sore head, that one. Anyway, I'm grateful.
Keep an eye peeled. This wood is full of the remnants of the alien civilization.
Our guild house is new, but with the Queen's blessing and...
You will... I collect bounties. Another bounty paid in full.
Burn out!
Let up! Set it ablaze!
All right, the Countess has given us our orders. Let's head west and see if there's any truth to those disturbing rumors.
You look a bit lost, friend. Can I help you find a book? I know a great many mages. The person I don't know, of course, Bonifred. The nearsighted scryer? What's she... Never mind. Daber left just a moment ago. Said he... You're serious, aren't you? Mara, protect us.
You who would unravel the secret of these murderous shadows, approach me. Do not be alarmed. Only you can see me. I am Lilatha, Psijic Master of the Gazing Glass. I have watched you from afar, and I believe we share the same goal. You seek to destroy these vengeful shadows, yes? I believe we can help each other. All the shadows' victims were seeking a Daedric artifact. An extraplanar antiquity that remains hidden from my sight. To solve these murders, we must first locate the artifact. I believe the lantern lies hidden in a sunken ship near Kanathi's roost. The lens rests in a coffer, deep within the howling sepulchres. I am sorry we can't have this conversation in person. I fear that I'm too tempting a target for this shadowy killer. I must remain hidden. You have questions? I urge you to keep them brief. There's no telling when our... Yes. I take it that you're unfamiliar with our order. That's hardly a surprise. We once served as advisors and teachers to the greatest kings... Indeed. It's an island beyond Tamriel's borders, where we can research the truths of the Orbis without interruption. There are worrying signs, portents that cannot be ignored. I fear that a Daedric threat looms over Tamriel. They are critical components of an ancient Psijic mechanism known as the Obscura. The Obscuros is a scrying device. It magnifies a mage's perception and projects their visions for all to see. I'm afraid I can't say. The forces arrayed against us are too... Indeed. A self-steering vessel of my own design. Climb aboard and the enchantment I've placed on it will bring you to... Very little. Daedric artifacts are notoriously difficult to track. Oh, yes. Items of power always introduce some measure of peril to the world. That is the question, isn't it? I trained for centuries on the Isle of Artea, briefly under Sotha Seal himself. Yet still this artifact eludes me. It might be tucked away in a pocket plane, or caught in some orbit Gaia, bouncing between worlds. Impossible to say. That's why.
You sent the guard west to chase a rumor? We need those troops to protect Shornell.
Only some of them, Baron. My father would have done the same. Captain Genevi will discover the truth and report back.
Countess, Baron, please. We must remain focused. As long as Montclair controls the upper city, the whole region remains at risk.
How can we trust you, Count Ravenwatch? Your friendship with Montclair is well known. What did you offer those captains to betray us?
I care for the Count even less than you, Baron, but he hasn't done anything to warrant such accusations. Yet.
We must end this debate and take action. Make an example of the two traitors and retake the upper city. How can the two of you not see that?
I do not disagree, Baron, but we need to proceed with caution. There is more to this situation than meets the eye. I know I make you both nervous. Perhaps we should continue this after our blood has cooled.
Mind your tempers, gentlemen. We have a visitor. Come forward, friend, and state your business.
Bah! You both try my patience. I can almost understand what drove Montclair to abandon our triumvirate.
I returned to Shorenhelm after my father's death to find a city divided and our land in peril. Baron Dorel means well, but he'd rather rush forward than take a moment to examine the path ahead. But what brings you to Rivenspire, friend? Of course, the light provides as always. Baron Montclair is changed. We need to find out what has driven him to this perilous course of action. A letter? A journal? We need something to give us more insight into why. 2 Shorenhelm Guard officers. They defected to Montclair's side and helped him take over the upper city. Look for Orlazog Grayarzal and Jubert Gain. Perhaps you can deal with these traitors and discover Montclair's motivations. Baron Dorel can tell you more. Ambitious? I suppose he was no more or less so than any house noble. My father never liked the man, though. But to change so drastically? To put innocent people in harm's way? I pray for the wisdom to understand our foe. I suppose he hopes we will surrender and agree to his terms, but that's not going to happen. Neither House Tamrith nor House Dorel will give in to such outrageous demands. And I know the High King won't allow such treachery to go unpunished. The Baron sees me as a child, and I find him to be a pompous ass. Light grant me patience. I know that he wants to appear strong, in control, but we need to peer into the shadows and determine what has led to Montclair's bold actions. House Ravenwatch is an old Rivenspire family. As for Verandis, I do not like the man. Be that as it may, and despite his long friendship with Montclair, the Count seems genuine in his willingness to help. He cares deeply about our people.
Heed my words, friend. There is more to Montclair's betrayal than the Baron and the Countess know. I suggest you proceed with caution when you enter the upper city. I am a lesser noble of the city, offering what assistance I can during this time of trouble. The Baron and I were friends, yes. Good friends. But that was before this madness overtook him. Dorel sees traitors behind every pillar. But his intentions are good. He truly cares for Rivenspire and its people. Tamrith is overly occupied with spiritual matters. She'd rather pray for my lost soul than engage in a rational discussion, much like her mother. Her late father was another matter. Sensible, strong, pragmatic. Her younger sister takes after him.
Yes, Captain Genevieve of the Rivenspire Guard. In fact, the Countess just sent the good captain to investigate disturbing rumors from the western countryside.
The Baron and I were friends.
heard Bloodthorn assassins tried to kill King Cassidy.
Have mercy.
My cart carries... Oh...
Montclair is
She'll come back. She has to. You? What are you doing here? Forget it. I know we've had our differences in the past, but I need your help. It's Colleen. She's missing. She was supposed to meet me back here hours ago, and, well, it's been too long. I think something's happened to her. No. I know something's happened. We're tracking a spy, Naruk. He worked for King Faharjad until he turned on the Covenant. Now he's inciting war. Colleen left to meet Sigil, a contact with info on Naruk. They were to meet outside town off the road. She hasn't come back. I appreciate your help, but don't think this changes anything. We're working together for the good of the Covenant. That's it! I buried my brothers. I didn't have enough for graves, but Colleen helped me. She knows what it means to sacrifice for the Covenant. I don't want to talk about it. Colleen is. I'm working for her. King Faharjad asked Colleen to come after Naruk personally. He trusts her. We don't want anyone finding out one of the king's spies has gone rogue. She's still sailing. Master Kassan is at the helm while we're away. We've done so well against the Dominion that there's rumors King Faharjad's going to promote Colleen soon. I hope so. She deserves it. She's done nothing but good for the Covenant. He's a spy. Or he was until King Faharjad joined the Covenant. The king recalled his spies to Sentinel. Naruk refused. He's founded his own group, the Children of Yokuda. They think the Redguard should rule Bretons and Orcs, not ally with them.
Hey, you there! A little help here. Damn Montclair bastards caught me snooping around. If you unlock this cage, I'll be your best friend for life. I needed some quiet time. What do you think I'm doing in here? I went and got myself captured. I'm one of the Shornhelm Guard. Look, let me out of this cell, and I can help you. Good question. You shouldn't. But that doesn't mean we're not on the same side. I bet they sent you to find information about Montclair. I appreciate the help. You're all right in my book. Now I need to report back to Baron Dorel.
You. Let me show you the power I've gained since joining House Montclair.
What news do you bring from the upper city? Have the traitors been dealt with? Damn! Montclair's Argonian is as crazy as an outhouse skeever. His soldiers kidnapped a few nobles, grabbed them in broad daylight. Probably hopes to use them as insurance against us. But he must realize that I never negotiate with terrorists. Then we have to act fast. Go to the Muse and free Lady Aurene Tamrith, Nethan Albergama, and Sir Estienne Gillen. If you can take out Rizal Jewel along the way, all the better. In the meantime, we'll mobilize the Shornhelm Guard and retake the upper city.
This Rizal Jewel seized nobles. Such brazen acts must not be tolerated, Baron.
Indeed. It is time to act, Countess. No more talk. No more debate.
How can we walk in the light if we leave innocent townsfolk to languish? Wait, are you agreeing with me?
Don't look so shocked, Zelda. It was bound to happen eventually. Our friend will go to the Mews to free the hostages and stop the reinforcements while we assault the upper city. A two-pronged approach.
Well, all right then. Baron, if you would, give the command and rally the Shornhelm Guard.
It will be my pleasure. It's time to show those Montclair cowards what it means to betray the people of Rivenspire.
One moment, friend. I may know something about the Fevered Mews. The Fevered Mews? I haven't thought about that place since I was a child. It's a ravine beyond the upper city. It's been sealed off for years. They used to send the ill and infirm there. Those afflicted with the plague, Khajiit fever, Argonian leprosy, things like that. But that was a long time ago. It's a dank old place. Oh, I remember now. The sewers! You can sneak through the ravine is riddled with small caves, as I recall. There's an even older section, an ancient ruin. If this Argonian is using a portal to bring reinforcements into the city, I suspect it's a dank old place. Oh, I remember now.
Not so fast, my friend. You don't have to deal with this on your own. I assume you have come to rescue the nobles and stop Montclair's reinforcements. But if Rizal Jewel is here, you shouldn't have to face him alone. I'm not without resources of my own. When I discovered that Montclair had left the city and heard that the nobles had been taken, I have loyal associates. Let's leave it at that for the time being. The Argonian? He has been at Montclair's side for a long time. He is a skilled warrior and an alchemist.
Prayed that I wouldn't be left to that lizard's tortures. They poked and prodded me. I'm of House Tamrith. How dare they?
someone for me. He's the ambassador from Alakir. Did I mention that? Baron Montclair and his Argonian general, Rieseljul, attacked the nobles of Schornhelm. This is an outrage.
Argonian, Rieseljul, said he would turn me into a powerful creature. Why would I want that? Ah, sweet freedom. Thank you so much for coming to my rescue.
I'm surprised Baron Dorel didn't accompany you here. He's never been one to shy away from getting his hands bloody in defense of house and country. Schornhelm's stability affects all of Rivenspire. If Montclair and his allies take over the city, I fear all... I usually leave politics to the other nobles. I prefer to deal quietly with more unusual. I suspect that Rieseljul is behind that stone door, along with his portal. We need to stop him from bringing through more reinforcements.
Time to deal with these. Kill them. Kill them all.
I can feel the magic. There's a portal close by. We need to close it before we're overrun by more Montclair soldiers. I should be able to close the portal. It won't take me more than a few seconds. There! That should keep them out. Schornhelm will be safe now. I shall begin my research at once. Try to determine where Rieseljul has gone. In the meantime, you should seek out the High King. With the portal closed, we We've stopped Rosal Jewel from sneaking more Montclair troops into the city. It's frustrating, though, that Rosal... No. And that's what worries me. He must be tracked down and dealt with. According to my sources, he was close before I entered the Mews. I have no doubt that the Shornhelm Guard has reclaimed the upper city. I assume Dorel, Tamrith, and the High King are even now in Shornhelm Castle. Give Emmerich my regards.
I was just about to go in after you. Thought maybe you were stuck in a cage or something. Bunch of whiners, Montclair's troops. The moment we really pushed back, they broke off and demanded we accept their surrender. Dorel wants to execute the lot of them, but the Countess wants to consult with the High King. Too soft-hearted she is. Wanted to let you know that High King Emmerich has arrived. He's in Shornhelm Castle with the Baron and the Countess. Me?
Another distraction.
Here we have the savior of Shornhelm, I presume. You should know that Baron Dorel and Countess Tamrith have been quite generous in their praise of you. I trust you were able to close this portal Montclair was using to bring in reinforcements?
I'm not surprised. Verandis and I go back many years. He has a habit of making people nervous, but I've been trying to reassure Baron Dorel and Countess Tamrith he is loyal to the people of Rivenspire. Did you also defeat this Rizal Jewel? Then I suppose we'll have to track him down, he and Montclair both. I fear Montclair's ambitions may be far greater than simply conquering all of Rivenspire.
Thanks to you, we have an excellent start here in Shornhelm, and I will devote my resources to fortifying the city as quickly as possible.
Shornhelm may be secure, but reports from other parts of the kingdom suggest Montclair is stirring up trouble everywhere. Countess Tamrith and Baron Dorel will each take a detachment of the Shornhelm Guard and go investigate these reports. As you might have guessed, I'm thinking you are best suited for tracking down Rizal Jewel and making sure he doesn't go opening any more portals into Shornhelm. Did Verandis perhaps mention any suspicions of where this rat may have scurried off to? Then I suggest you join him. Knowing Verandis, he's returned to Ravenwatch Castle to study whatever evidence he may have found. You'll find it west of the city near the town of Crestshade. I should warn you, Ravenwatch Castle is as strange as the man who owns it. His family is very old and they have strange traditions. Of course, I'm a veritable treasure trove of useless information and I love to share. I've known Count Ravenwatch since I was a boy. My father even sent me to study with him for a time. House Ravenwatch is one of the oldest noble houses of Rivenspire. Quite a legacy, and Verandis carries it well. Well, if you must know, he's part of the reason I'm wearing this crown. When I first proposed to form the Covenant, many people opposed me. Verandis, however, without any urging, supported my plans and helped sway opinions in my favor. I think he did it because he was tired of bloodshed, and he knew he could trust me to always work toward peace. If I can end this conflict and restore it here, I will consider my debt to Verandis paid in full. As long as it takes. I knew that having the noble houses share the throne wouldn't last. I should have chosen one of them to rule years ago. To be honest, I feel I'm partly to blame for all of this, and it's my duty to be here and see it resolved. The last time I brought an army to Rivenspire, it was to put an end to Rancer's war. That isn't a memory I want to reawaken in this region. Besides, it will be better for all concerned if Rivenspire resolves its own problems. Rumors and wild tales, for the most part. We did receive a dispatch from a Captain Janavi. Apparently something occurred in the town of Crestshade. Something devastating enough to require the captain to set up a camp for refugees. Very little. It's a small town at the foot of the Western Mountains. Since you're heading in that direction to see Verandis, perhaps you can look in on Crestshade. I'd be grateful if you can determine what actually happened out there.
Baron Dorel can be so reckless. I fear that his approach will lead Rivenspire down a danger. I sent my sister Genevieve to investigate reports of trouble in the west. She's a captain in the Shornhelm Guard, you know. I'm worried, though. She hasn't sent a report. She's always been rather lackadaisical about filing reports, but we did receive word that she had set up a camp for refugees. Not as close as we were. When I went to study in Stormhaven, Genevieve joined the Guard. We don't always see eye to eye, but we are sisters. I'm sure she's fine. But I wish I could get her to send dispatches on a regular basis.
Now that Shornhelm is secure, we can turn our attention to the reports coming in from the rest of Damn! We have to find him. As long as he's at large, this region of Rivenspire's in terrible danger. I'd prefer to be out in the field, but I expect the High King will send me where he will. At least my son... Take counsel with the High King, of course. We've been hearing reports of an unusual number of blood fiends popping up. I'd prefer to be out in the field.
Just a small donation.
What a pleasant surprise. Don't blame me, my dear. I don't pick the fake names. If I'm Sigil, that makes you Arrowhead. It also makes you very late. Colleen's here? Well, that makes sense. When one of your spies turns on you, it's best not to spread it around town. King Faharajad would want someone he trusts. Seeing as you're here and she's not, I take it Colleen's gone missing? None save the old-fashioned kind. We'll talk to the city guards. If Colleen left Shornhelm, someone was bound to see her. You don't strut like her and not attract attention. If Naruk nicked her, we're in trouble. He's not a nice man. There's still a market for sensitive goods, and I'm doing well enough. Might even have enough for another ship soon if Telenil keeps working his magic. This job was supposed to put me over the top. Guess that'll have to wait. Meekog's off with Lambour.
The whole relic fuss never sat right with him. Herden and Deragor are still with me, along with Telenil. We left Kalene's crew shortly after the Dominion hit Daggerfall. I like my sailing without giant fireballs. Funny story. Irian sends me letters. She says Jakarn's taken a fancy to me. She says he even wrote me a poem. I told him flat out I wasn't interested, but that seemed to have the opposite effect. He's turned into a lovelorn fool, Irian says. The man is easy enough on the eyes, but I'm not looking for a fling right now. Jakarn may think he's in love, but I know his kind too well. We'll see if he's still interested when I have my own ship. Oh yes, Vimy sends letters. She's quite the gossip. Naramo's dig off Stonefall's dried up, but he found mention of ruins in the Alakir Desert, so he's headed there next. I've never understood what's so interesting about a bunch of missing dwarves. He's got a mess of sworn swords camped in the sewer beneath Shornhelm. Children of Yokuda. They're planning something nasty. I was going to sell my info to Arrowhead, but now that you're here, I seem to be working for free.
Welcome to Traders.
You need to know. There was trouble there. I need to get to shore. A bit of bruising and a few broken ribs won't stop me from getting my report to Shornhelm. I've got to let my superiors in House Tamrith know what happened at Crestshade. Crestshades a small mountain town. Captain Genevieve heard some alarming rumors and sent us to investigate. Turns out, a mad Argonian came out of Doomcrag and unleashed a blood curse on the town. We sent refugees from the town south to meet Captain Genevieve at Camp Tamarath, but the mayor of Crestshade refused to leave. Said she had to save her people. I'll feel better knowing I didn't leave the mayor of Crestshade completely on her own. Remember, I think Crestshade is doomed. Some of the refugees kept going on and on about a flesh-eating abomination. I'm not easily frightened, but whatever... Yes, calls himself Rezel Jewel. A real charmer, that one. Me? No, not personally. But I heard stories. It's some sort of freakish... Be careful in there. I need to get to Shornhelm and give my report.
So much yelling, so much screaming. I need to stay strong.
Guard!
Stay strong.
Why won't you help? We need help.
I can still hear my heart beating. Am I alive? What should I do?
Where is everyone? I can hear wails and screams, but I can't see anyone. I need to get out of here.
What was that? Something touched me. Pollock, help me! I think I'm going insane! Be gone, accursed thing! Oh, you're not a blood fiend. Please, whoever you are, help us. Help the spirits of Crestshade. They tore our spirits from our living flesh. Rizal Jul unleashed a blood curse upon the town, turned some townsfolk into ravenous blood fiends. But that wasn't enough for him. He used magic and our living flesh to create an abomination. A part of me still lives within the creature. You must slay this abomination. As long as it lives, our spirits are trapped in this town. They keep the creature in the chapel crypt. I think they're feeding it, making it stronger. Soon, I fear, they will set it loose upon all of Rivenspire. Find the spirits of Tharlas and John. We can use our connection to the creature to lure it from the chapel crypt so you can kill it. We'll also need... It should be in the tower where I worked. We made our stand in that tower, but we were overrun. I don't know. Days before, tremors shook the town, and then it was as though half the mountain fell upon us. When the dust cleared, we were set upon by vampires and that damn blood curse. I was able to get some people away, praise Arche. Sadly, no. Those of us stuck in this half-life, tied to the abomination, can sense each other. But the rest of the town was turned into those poor feral beasts. The ones who escaped, or found true death. Those are the lucky ones. Perhaps it is simply our ties to this town. Or perhaps in our last hours, we found the strength to resist Rizal Jul and his minions. Scholar John's spirit may still be near his home, where he taught our children with patience and humor. Mage Tharlas' spirit may be at the inn. Bless her heart. She held off a horde of vampires to give a few people time to flee. Where's my son? Help me, please! I need to find my son! I'm so frightened. I don't know what to do.
Can anyone hear me? What's happening? My blood boils, yet I feel no pain. Somebody, help me!
RK, forgive me. When I realized what they were doing to us, I tried to throw myself. From such desperation, I found the anger and strength to resist this torment. We must slay the flesh abomination. We can do this, together.
So cold. I can't imagine a worse fate than to be trapped here. Waiting, watching, feeling.
The mayor is a good woman. Her spirit is strong. She has a good idea to use our spirits to draw out the creature. What's most important to an old scholar like me? My mind, I suppose. The blood fiend. That's old Death and Halday's skull. As fine a man as ever lived. But he's no scholar. Oh, that one is definitely mine. We will pour every iota of our strength into those items. Take them to the crypts beneath the ruined chapel.
I don't know who I really am anymore. Part of me is still alive in agony. Part of that, abomination. If Rizal Jewel were in front of me right now, I swear my hate alone would tear that lizard to... Of course, she's smart, our mayor. She knows we can focus our energy through personal items. Look for my staff at the small bridge nearby. Receiving that staff was the greatest moment of my life. I'm a Red Guard. Magic doesn't come easily to my people, but I was drawn. I held back fiends and vampires here to buy time for our people to escape. Fear and anger made me strong. We will finish this. I will send every last drop of anger, hope, and desire I possess through that staff. That will draw out the abomination. I will not fail you. I will not fail Crestshade. Together, my friends. Focus your energy.
It's working. I can feel the thing. It's coming. Get ready. Their glory. You did it! I felt every blow as if you were hitting me, but the creature's death has put an end to the pain. Yes, I do believe we can pass on. Yet I must ask you to perform one more favor. I am most grateful for this kindness. We did well, stranger. I am thankful that the threat posed by that creature ended here.
I think we're done here. I'm eager to see what waits beyond this mortal life. Farewell. Your kindness will be remembered.
We saved some of the townsfolk and the abomination was destroyed. I am at peace with what we were able to accomplish here. Thank you.
I grieve for those we lost, but I'm happy we were able to foil Rizal Jul's plan. I feel a measure of peace. I did as much as I could to help my town and the people of Rivenspire. Rizal Jul was empowering that abomination, making it stronger. We would not have been able to stop it without your help. I am grateful. We were in pain. Your kindness saved us from a tormented existence. I sent my husband to Camp Tamrith. If you... Where's my son? Help me!
Gwendis, my child, slow down. You eat too fast. You don't want to harm poor Carlin.
We need to feed to get stronger. When Montclair shows up, I want to be ready.
That is not our way, child, and you know it. Stop feasting, now.
Fine, whatever. I mean, I'm sorry, Count Verandis. You know I only want to help.
Of course, my child. Now, let's clear away our meal and welcome our friend. Carlin, as always, I thank you for sharing your life's blood with us.
I live to please, my lord. Count Verandis is a kind and caring master. I'm grateful for everything he's done for me. Yes, and I'm honored to share my lifeblood with them, and in exchange, they take care of me.
I apologize if the scene before you makes you uncomfortable. I did not expect you to arrive during our mealtime. As for why I kept my true nature hidden, well, let's just say that Emmerich insisted, and I have been called far worse. But I prefer to think of myself and my companions as gifted. We are not ashamed of our condition. We are not monsters. Now this is the part where you gasp and ask calmly, how can I trust you? The High King is a wise man, which is why I supported him and not the Mad King, Rancer. We all have the ability to make our own decisions. Long ago, I decided to live in peace with the mortal world. You were able to drive off Rizal Jul and take back Shornhelm. Those were no small feats, I assure you. But Emmerich needs our help to restore Rivenspire's tranquility. You need to walk with me and I will explain. There is much I need to show you and time grows short. Adieu, sir. Please make sure Gwendis behaves herself. Poor Carlin needs time to recover.
The little one gets no dessert this evening. Adusa will make sure.
To understand the path that Montclair follows, you must understand how he came to walk upon it. I believe the key to stopping him hides within my own memory. Memories are elusive shadows, hiding truths behind our own perceptions. But what if someone else could examine them? What would they see that we do not? I'd like to try something, if you're willing. This potion will allow you to dreamwalk through my memories. Perhaps your eyes will see what I have missed. I would never bring an outsider into my memories if I didn't believe it was imperative. The memories we will revisit, they are. Ask your questions then.
I will answer what I can. Nothing that will harm you, rest assured. The mixture contains various herbs, dusk nectar, and a few drops of my blood. But don't worry. It takes more than a little blood to turn someone into a vampire. They know me too well, and they are used to acquiescing to my will. They don't have the perspective, the distance to see beyond what... Then we learn nothing new. Montclair continues his campaign and Rivenspire eventually falls. It is inevitable. Please. I must say, it's rather strange seeing you as... me.
Mother, please. You have to take the medicine. Rizal Jewel can help you.
Sweet daughter. I can't go on like this. I don't want to spend my final days as an experiment. Instead, let me spend them with the ones I love.
Even in retrospect, reliving this is difficult. Her pain, her suffering. She had so much courage.
There has to be something more we can do. Ferrandis, can I talk to you for a moment?
My dear friend, Verandis. I'm glad you're here. You've always been so good to our family. I never really thanked you for that.
Mirandus, you must tell me. Why did this happen to Mother? Of all the people of Shornhelm, why her? Please, tell me there's a way to save her. You're powerful. You have to do something. I know you will. You've always been so gracious. A man who would do anything for those he cared about. No, now's not the time. We'll talk again later.
Layla doesn't have much time. I know it. She knows it. She's trying to be so strong, but... I swore I would never ask this of you. It goes against everything I believe in. But damn it, she's my wife. I don't want to lose her. I know. You swore an oath. No one should ever have to endure the things you've gone through because of what you are. But you're alive. That's more than my wife will be if you don't help her. You can't make that decision for her. Neither can I. But you can give her a chance. I know you care about her. You can't just stand there and watch her die. Thank you. I know she'll make the right decision. She may no longer be the woman I know, but at least she'll be alive.
We must go through this all again. But that doesn't make it any easier.
My dear friend, Verandis. Verandis. After I'm gone, you need to continue to watch over my family. Wylan will need your strong, steadying presence more than ever. No, my friend. Your gift isn't the solution. Not for me. I refuse to accept an existence that forces me to watch as my children, my husband, everyone I know, ages before my eyes.
Something's wrong. I have vague recollections of talking to someone else. But why can't I remember? You need to look around, see what we missed.
This is hopeless. Baron Montclair forces me to mix concoctions that I know won't do any good. If he'd just listened to me, I could show him exactly how to heal his wife and end her suffering. I'm talking about knowledge and ancient magic. I'm talking about the forgotten arts of the Aliens themselves. Would you deny Our Lady any chance for a cure? No matter what the source, I happen to possess an alien relic, or at least a shard from one. but the Baron won't listen to me, especially since Our Lady started refusing my... I knew I could count on you, Veranda's Ravenwatch.
Without your help, my friend, I would never have recalled that Rizal Jewel led us to the alien relic. What else have I forgotten?
3 cheers for Verandis! He gave me the means to save my beautiful wife.
Yes, to our dear friend Verandis. How can we ever repay him?
He is great, isn't he? And so handsome. But I want to cheer about this wine. By the divines, this stuff is delicious!
We were so happy at this moment. We were all together, friends and family, enjoying each other's company for the final time.
Verandis, may I speak to you for a moment? Alone?
I don't recall speaking with Layla. Why can't I remember that?
Count Verandis, hello. It's good to see you. Hope you're well. What am I saying? Of course you're well. You're a vampire. Oh, sorry. Don't mind me. Must have had a little too much wine.
This will work, my old friend. We're going to save Layla. I just know it.
My lord, my count, your highness. Oh, who cares? We don't need to stand on ceremony. Not us! Me and good old Verandis showing the world how vampires are supposed to behave. I consumed all of it. Well, at least all that was given to me. Anything less would just be rude. So, Verandis, my friend, my confidant, what say we slip away someplace a little more private, and bring the rest of that delicious wine? Was that a rebuke? I was rebuked by the high and mighty Count Ravenwatch. Yes, I believe I was. I think you should walk away now, before I say something else that at least one of us will regret.
Don't mind Wylan. He's just angry that the shard's effects faded away. He knows you didn't mean for this to happen to me, Verandis.
Rizal Jewel knew about the Ayleid relic the entire time. He convinced me to give it to Wylan. Why didn't I remember that? And this memory. I recall our celebration, the toasts. But this moment, talking to Layla, I don't remember that happening. As I now recall, Rizal Jewel gave me a shard. A piece of an Ayleid relic. I presented it to Montclair and he in turn used it to heal his wife. In less than a day, Layla was recovering and on her feet again. It was nothing short of miraculous. Not exactly. It helped, but I can't remember why. We were here celebrating Layla's improved condition when... and that's all I can recall. I'm sure the key is hidden in my memories. Please explore this moment and see what you can learn.
Differently to you, Count. How remarkable. Fascinating, isn't it? To think that such a tiny rock could hold so much power. Can you feel it? It's like it's calling to me, like the moon's call to the tides. Imagine what the relic it came from could do. The Baron wasn't listening to me. We needed someone he trusted more, had more faith in. That someone was you, Count Verandis. Now the Baroness is on the mend, and House Montclair has returned to a state of contented bliss. Well, that's unfortunate, but it is only a small piece of a grander relic. isn't it? I've been studying the Iliad manuscripts. There may be more we can do for the poor Baroness. I found the stone among the effects of King Rancer's royal historian, back when I served in Rancer's court. She had quite an intriguing collection, including the Iliad manuscripts that I've been translating. Perhaps you can check my work. The manuscripts are locked away, but I left my notes in your library. A few phrases stood out as I translated. Life, death, crag. I'm sure they mean something. Take a look.
Verandis, my friend! You really must allow your charges to get out and have a little fun every now and then. Poor Gwendis here is having a splendid time, but it's like she's never tasted a fine wine before. Why not pull up a chair and join us? Oh, not that again, Verandis. And especially not now. We're having a celebration. Layla is on the mend. She's getting well. I have my wife back. And it's all thanks to that remarkable piece of stone you gave me. My good Verandis. It wouldn't be a day if you weren't concerned about something. It's your nature. Now stop asking such bleak questions and just be... What does that matter? If not for you, I would never have attempted to use such magic to heal Layla. Besides, Rizal Jewel will be rewarded for his service. I'll see to that personally. He was always bringing me tinctures and alchemical concoctions. It was one wild plan after another with him. It always is. But because of your quick thinking, we applied the power of the stone. And now, we're celebrating our success. Better? Yes, but she's not fully healed as yet. It's just a matter of time, I'm sure, but she's out of bed. She's even painting again. She hasn't done that in... I can't remember how long. Soon, it will be as if nothing had ever happened.
Verandis, you mustn't say anything. Please. I'm sure this will pass. I just need the stone. Another treatment and I'll be fine. Just a little dizziness. A little discomfort. It must be all this activity lately. Verandis, I don't think the stone shard is powerful enough. It helps, but it doesn't last. And now, I feel empty. I can't explain it. No, you leave him be. He's happy now. I can't stand to see him worried, sitting beside my bed, helpless, consumed with grief. Not again. Talk to the Argonian, see what he's found out. We need to find the larger relic, or at least another shard of stone. I knew I could count on you, dear friend. Now...
The translation. We misinterpreted it. We assumed the crag housed a powerful healing artifact. But we were wrong. The hillside community, though. Why didn't I ever look into that? Not exactly. Not yet. But I will figure this out. In the meantime, there is one more memory I want you to explore. We ascended the Doom Crag, and that's where everything changed. A perilous peak that rises from the mountains to the north. It has always been a haunted, desolate place. Look for anything I may have missed. But more, I want...
We shouldn't have left the guards behind, Wylan. Who knows what else we're going to run into?
There was no choice, Mother. You're getting worse, and we can't wait for them.
I'll stay here and protect the way out. Keep watch in case the guards catch up with us. The rest of you need to keep moving.
Thank you, Gwendis. At least you retain a sense of honor.
Wylan, you have to stop blaming Verandis. This wasn't his fault.
Skeletons? Undead spirits? It doesn't matter. Nothing is going to stand in our way. Layla, wait until we clear the way. these animated bones? Why do they seek to keep us from the relic? Are they the lingering remains of the aliens who once dwelled here, do you think? Well, they won't stop me. No matter what their reasons are, my cause is greater. I have never been more sure of anything in my life, Verandis. I will sacrifice everything, risk anything to save the woman I love. You did what Layla wanted? What about what I wanted? You allowed her to talk you out of it when I expressly asked you to turn her. Well, I'm done asking. We're here because of you, and we're going to do exactly as I say. We're going to save my wife. Sorry won't help us here. We have to find the Ayleid relic. That's all that matters now. Just remember, we're out of options. This is our last chance to save Layla, and I won't let you ruin it, vampire!
The power we seek.
What a magnificent structure! The relic this monolith houses must be powerful indeed.
I'm afraid.
Behind us.
The power we...
The relic is beyond this door. We've done it. We've reached the top of the Doom Crag. Now we can finally learn the secret of the ancient Ayleid relic and save my wife. Your fear colors your perception, Verandis. It is merely the pulse of ancient magicka, the heartbeat of a powerful relic. Our intentions are pure. We seek only to save my beloved's life. These creatures have no reason to stop us. Has your courage deserted you, vampire? You discovered the relic's resting place, and I thank you for that. But right now, we have to reach the relic chamber and save my wife. After that, you can do what you want. Now, let's go. Can you feel the relic's power, Verandis? Enough of your constant mewling, Verandis. Are you a vampire or a scullery maid? This is exactly what we've been looking for. You told me yourself. The Ayleid... We don't know why the Ayleids did a lot of things. They were a strange people. But that won't stop us. Have no fear, my darling Layla. Soon the light will wash away
It's
your
going
pain.
to work, Baron. The power of this ancient Ayleid remnant. It's almost overwhelming.
You're going to be all right, Mother. Just hold on.
The remnant will make you like new, my love. You'll be reborn!
Something's happening. I feel the power. While something feels wrong.
Verandis, we need you! We need your power! Quickly! Touch the relic and help us! Aniamis alata, malatua, fasha anya velda sancre.
What's happening to us?
It's working. It's working. Soon the power will be ours to command.
No. What have you done? This isn't me. I never wanted this. Please, Verandis, help me. Make it stop. I can't stand the pain. End this, Verandis. End this before I...
No! Verandis! What did you do to Layla? What did you do? You'll pay for that, vampire! I have the power now. Nothing can stop me from reaching out and snapping!
Verandis? Montclair, no! Come on, Verandis. We need to get out of here.
Remarkable. What a strange sensation of new recollections and old. I believe that Ra's Jewel somehow removed those moments from my memory, but you were able to restore them. And now you understand what we are facing. This orientation is understandable. Somehow, when I joined the ritual, I altered the power of the relic. I turned Layla into a monster. I had to kill her. And Montclair and the others, they became vampires imbued with the power of the relic. I have Gwendis to thank for that. She pulled me out of there before Montclair and the others were fully recovered. Now Montclair claims he wants to end death and suffering. That he wants to take the throne of Ransa. And it's all my fault. The Aelia text referred to an outpost in the hills. I need to find out where that is. It may be that the answer... Now you know how this sordid situation began. And you know how I, to my great and everlasting shame, helped Baron Montclair reach the likeness remnant. But now to more immediate matters. I know where Ra's Jewel can be found. Not so fast, my enthusiastic friend. My agents have learned that Ra's Jewel struck in the west and is still in the area. Captain Genevieve, I had hoped you would make such an offer. My instincts tell me that Ra's Jewel allowed the refugees to survive. It's a trap. It has to be. Find the camp and tell the captain what I have learned.
I'm so lucky. Verandis never lets me go on dream walks with him.
don't think I'll be safe anywhere after this.
You look like you can defend yourself. Welcome to Camp Tamrith. And by the light, we'll be ready for the Mad Lizard. We were tracking him when we ran into... Since my sister decided to visit, I must secure the camp. To this end, I need someone to find Jonah Morose. Jonah claimed he could sense Rizal Jul, made the other refugees nervous. He and his mother fled the camp and disappeared. A good soldier relies on solid information, as well as a brave heart and a worthy weapon. Is there anything else you want to ask me before you head out? I've met a few Argonians in my time. An interesting bunch. Connected to nature, calm, strange sense of humor. Rizal Jul is nothing like that. He's spreading chaos. He's using some sort of blood curse to turn innocent people into mindless blood fiends. Makes them feral. All you can do is kill them and put them out of their... His mother was trying to keep him quiet, but Jonah was agitated, made everyone nervous. RK knows these people could use a bit of peace. It's not safe out there. They'll be safer here, I think. They may be hiding in one of the nearby towers. Honestly, I have no idea. Perhaps Jonah is just seeking attention. Perhaps he isn't quite sane. Whatever the case, we need to find them and bring them back here so that I can then turn all my efforts to locating Rizal Jul. She claims that she wants to be here when we finally catch the Mad Argonian, and that she wants to reassure the refugees with her presence. But I think she's really here to check up on me. I'm not sure she actually trusts her little sister. Yes. My full name is Genevieve Tamrith.
Did you hear what that monster did to...
My sister thinks I don't trust her. But she's always been my shield and my soul.
Did you pass through Crestshade by any chance? Do you know what's happening there? My wife, the mayor of Crestshade, made me lead this group away when the fiends attacked. I keep... No. Please. No. I knew I shouldn't have let her talk me into leaving. But she was the mayor of Crestshade. She said she needed to stay behind. Please, tell me what happened to her. Oh, my dear, dear wife. She so loved helping people. She cared about Crestshade with all her heart. Thank you for bringing me this news.